Hey everyone, this is Lauren Helms with the Tarrant County Homeless Coalition. I just wanted to take a few minutes to go over what you guys can expect for this year's homeless count. So first of all, thank you for taking the time and volunteering to help us with the 2018 homeless count. By participating in this count, you all are helping us to identify people living on the streets, and you're helping us to target resources and plan for appropriate interventions. So what to expect on the night of the count? Please plan to arrive at your designated area no later than 7 p.m. On Thursday, January 25th. The doors are actually going to open at 6 to start the check-in process. So if you plan to arrive around then, please allow time for your team to check in and get your packet. Training will start around 7 depending on how many people have arrived. If you're not sure where to go, I'll be reviewing your designated staging location in just a few minutes. So there's going to be a mandatory training on the night of the count, and I'll go into more detail on what to expect, so please be sure to arrive on time. And counting teams will need to travel in one vehicle once deployed to search the assigned routes. Especially if you're volunteering in the Fort Worth location, parking might be kind of hard to get later on in the night, so if you can travel in one vehicle, it might make it easier for you. And then the count's going to happen rain, snow, or shine. But if there's extreme weather conditions, we'll post updates on our website and social media accounts, so be sure to follow us on that. So once you arrive on Thursday, you can expect 3 main steps. First, you'll arrive at your staging location to check in. You're going to receive your route and counting kit, and we'll make sure that the survey app, it's called Counting Us, is properly installed on your phone, and then you'll participate in the mandatory meeting. So regarding the app, if you can, download it ahead of time. We'll send you additional info if you haven't already received it with more instructions. And then the second phase will be deployment. So your team will canvass your assigned route, count and survey anyone you come across who's sleeping outside for the night, and teams are typically deployed around 8 once training is complete. So finally, all your volunteer teams, you'll return to your staging area with your counting kit when you're done canvassing your route. Even if you don't find anyone to survey, please come back. So this lets us know where homeless individuals are not staying, and we do this to make sure that you guys have submitted all the surveys on your phones and that you're safe. I'm sure many of you guys are wondering why we go out in January to count. First, federal regulations state that we must complete a point-in-time count sometime during the last 10 days of January. And this is because, 1, when it's cold, people are more likely to be indoors, so there are going to be fewer individuals to find and count. 2, at the end of the month, people will run out of money. And 3, we go late in the evening because those staying indoors are already inside, and we won't double count the individuals. As far as geographic distribution, the Tarrant County Homeless Coalition is responsible for counting in Tarrant and Parker counties. The counties are divided up into counting routes for volunteers to canvass. Most of the routes are in Fort Worth, where 80% of the homeless population lives. Maps are going to be assigned to the volunteer teams on the night of the count. The maps will have clear indication of the route perimeters, so you'll know where to count, and we will indicate on the maps any known location of homeless encampments to give you guys a better idea of where to target your search. We'll review the maps along with the Counting Us app in greater detail on Thursday night, the night of the count, during the training portion of the event. So the count is on Thursday, January 25th. Please report at 6 p.m., absolutely no later than 7. If you can, plan to return to the staging area as soon as you have finished canvassing your route. That could be any time from 11 p.m. until 1 a.m. We'll be waiting at the staging area until all teams have returned. So the main staging area is going to be for everyone volunteering in the greater Fort Worth area. It's going to be at University Christian Church in the Fellowship Hall, and we're going to have signs and volunteers to help show you where to go. There should be signs for parking, and then once you get there, we'll have volunteers show you guys, where to check in, where to get your routes, your maps, all of that. And then here's just a quick map of where the University Christian Church is located. For Arlington volunteers, you'll be showing up at the Arlington Human Services Building at 401 West Sanford. And here is a map of where that is located. Northeast Tarrant County volunteers, you'll be volunteering, or your staging location will be at Community Enrichment Center in North Richland Hills. And here is a map of where that is located. So the count kits that you'll get on the night of the count will include instructions and emergency phone numbers to have while you're on your route. You'll have a map of your assigned route. The Counting Us app tip sheet we're going to include, so that'll help you remember, what all you need to do with the app, all of that good stuff. We'll include backup paper survey forms just in case for some reason something happens, if your phone dies or for whatever reason, just so that way you have a way to still survey anyone that you encounter. We'll also include homeless count vehicle signs that you can post in your windows while you're parked or driving through your route. And then we're also going to include Pocket Pals, and these are resource guides to hand out to individuals that you may find. In the years we've been facilitating the homeless count, we've never had a safety-related incident, but good judgment is always your best friend, and if your judgment tells you not to approach a person or put yourself in a situation, please don't. We'll discuss safety more in depth during the training on the night of the count, but please just be aware of your surroundings. The homeless count is a non-carry event, and Tarrant County Homeless Coalition requests that all firearms be left at home or in your vehicles. To prepare for the event, plan to wear weather-appropriate outdoor clothing that is bright and visible at night. Make sure to wear comfortable and durable shoes. You may be walking on streets, sidewalks, or possibly off-road and on trails. Most importantly, wear layers since it may turn into a cold night. Keep an eye on the forecast so that way you'll know what to wear. So things to bring to the event: a large vehicle that's big enough to fit your entire team, flashlights with batteries, pens, clipboards, cell phones and chargers, and then optional items this year. We've always asked volunteers if they wanted, they could bring bottled water, granola bars, other perishable snacks. But this year we've been promoting more of a donation drive for volunteers. So if anyone's interested in that, we do have an Amazon wish list. If you search Tarrant County Homeless Coalition or our email, which is tchc@ahomewithhope.org, you can find our wish list on there if you're wanting to purchase any items. And these items will be distributed to those found on the night of the count. But we do want to emphasize that this is only for the count night only. We don't encourage volunteers to go out and do this on their own any other night. So this flyer should be included in the app training if you haven't received it already. So this year, like we've said, we're ditching the clipboards and paper and switching to a mobile app for the surveys. So this is the instructions on how to get started. The app is free and our key code is TCHC18. A more detailed training will be provided later if you haven't, like I said, if you haven't received it already. And you'll want to download and set up the app prior to count night if it's possible. The route maps will also include a QR code that can be scanned and will allow you to have a copy of the map on your phone if anyone's interested. And the links shown are links that will provide a QR code reader depending on if you have an iPhone or an Android. So just a few quick reminders once more. Please download the Counting Us app before the count night. You're more than welcome to practice submitting surveys. The app right now is it's in test mode, and so anything that you submit, it's not going to hurt or break anything that we have. So we're encouraging all the volunteers to become familiar with that. Arrive at your assigned staging area no later than 7. Like we said, the doors will open at 6 to start all the check-in process. Teams will canvass their route in one vehicle, so make sure you have a car big enough to fit your entire team. Wear warm layered clothes and comfortable sturdy shoes. Any updates will be posted to our website at it's ahomewithhope.org or to the TCHC Facebook and Twitter pages. So thank you again for volunteering your time to help with the 2018 homeless count. The count is, again, January 25th, 2018, rain or snow, and we look forward to seeing everyone that night. Thanks.